Oh, well, it's jet black. I didn't know that. It is what it is. Well, guys, guess these are gonna be morning chats from now on. Oh, Scheitzers. My vehicle is in four-wheel. There you go. Dang, I thought you'd be able to see something. I guess not. But I'm on my way to work at 5:20 in the morning. Drinking some coffee. It's winter in Maine. Hey, Proud. How's it going? I have been missing in action for a while now because stuff got to me. I got overwhelmed easily. Can't really keep up with everything as much as I used to be able to. So I'm learning how valuable time is. Much more valuable than money. Tammy, is that you? Ah! I can't really read comments, but I can see like your little logo, and I was like, woohoo! Because I figured if I did morning stuff, you'd be able to hop in, but oh my gosh. So I hope I can, like, I bought the phone thing that clips into the vent, the holder, just like MLM said I should do. And then I figured since I don't really have time to do lives on my lunch break anymore, I would do it on the way to work, and hopefully if I have enough energy on the way back from work. I also started doing I started going to the gym after work because I just need that to mentally process stuff, and I was kind of thinking, should I haul my phone around and just live stream that, like my workout, because that'd be like 45 minutes, but that would kind of steal the joy of my time to think. So the best thing is just on the way to and from. The only bad thing about this is I can't read your guys' comments. And I did once during my lunch do like a silent live stream, like I was talking to my coworkers when they came in occasionally, but I was basically sitting there in the break room eating my lunch and reading my book because it was due back to the library, and that was one of my things this year is to read more because it like helps reset my movie. But yeah, what's going on with all you guys? I won't be able to read the comments right now, but I'll be able to see later whatever you guys say. And yeah, just lots has been going on in my life. I didn't even know, like, you know how we have community tabs? I didn't even know what to say, what was going on. I thought several times of like writing in there or like making a video explaining where I was or what I was doing, but then that's all a bit much. I just clocked out basically for a while. Plus lately you know how we have the two Great Pyrenees dogs, they're about 8 months old now, Toto and Totoro. They were fenced in for the longest time, and then recently Henry's to roam, so he let them out. And those kind of dogs, when they're out roaming at night, go off non-stop. So they like to bark at something right underneath our bedroom window. So I've been so spaced out lately, and yesterday they put me on register, like just the belts all day, not the part where you like walk around and help people in self-checkout. So one of my coworkers who's like around my sister's age said that. She's like, oh, you're ancient, because I'm 31. I was like, gee, thanks. Gee, thanks. about work is the coworkers. There's a whole fiasco over a bag. They cost like $1.58, and two employees were, having it out about the way that it was sold or the way that it was rung up. One said it had to be rung up by the employee before it was handed to the customer, and the other one said, well, I can just hand it to the customer. They're watching the whole thing and involved as long as they pay for the bag. And I was like, oh my. So the customer was mad, and then he wanted to buy alcohol with like an out-of-state license, and then he had a temporary Maine license, and there was like shouting. Not a good thing to happen. He was trying to check himself out, and it just wasn't going his way. It wasn't his day, which I get that. It just so happened that it wasn't my day that happened on. But yeah, the adventures continues. I'm starting to feel like a Walmart worker now, and I go in like, oh hi, know everyone, say good morning to everyone, know the drill. I've been there 2 months, but it feels like it's been longer. But I'm trying to figure out how to go on my own for what I want to do. Again, I'm still gathering information for what the community needs or wants for like a coffee house. I don't know if I'll be able to start with a cafe. Obviously not, that's too big. So I want to do like a coffee cart, food cart. I saw this one couple buying like lots of healthy baking sugars, the kind that I always use for making homemade treats. And I was like, hey, can I ask you guys, is there anywhere, like if you guys wanted to eat out or buy treats out, is there anyone that caters to your dietary needs? And they're like, no, there's not. So I told them my idea and said, that would be awesome. Like we would totally come. Then there's a lady who owns her own grocery store in Rangeley, which is, I don't know, an hour plus away, with really like, it's pricey up there, so everyone comes down here to buy food. She's like, oh, I would totally look for you, do it. So we're just waiting for a couple more, like we paid off our land tax, that was a big chunk. And then I might need legal aid coming up for some things, so that would obviously have to come first. Holy Toledo, what was that? And then the next chunk of money after that would hopefully be for a food truck. We're thinking of like buying a VW van and tearing out the insides and turning that into like a coffee cart. So proud, I might have you beat on that one. Because I found some around here that are kind of affordable, and then if we do all the work ourselves and tear it out, it might not be a VW van though, it might be a different kind of van, because lots of those shells are pretty expensive compared to the utility vans that are a little newer and everything runs on them. So that way, like just turn a van into a food. So we would have to make sure it was up to state standards ourselves, with like the 3 sinks, separate one for hand washing, stainless steel interior. I don't think everything has to be stainless steel anymore. It has to be like wipeable. And then I don't know what appliances I would put in it yet, because I know I would need like a good blender, because a lot of the food I would make would be in a blender. And then I'm trying to think of how I would bake stuff in there, because it would obviously be small. I couldn't put an oven in there. So I'm thinking like an air fryer, actually. That's the plan. But yeah, basically I've been thinking. I've been gone thinking. Started the gym again. Started meal prepping again. Started reading lots. Started doing lots of homework and paperwork in my breaks. Started taking times where I just like clock out and do something for myself, instead of thinking, hey, I have to be productive every second of every day. I started like standing up for myself, saying no when people were like taking advantage of me being kind. So, because my health, I have felt my health like just a weariness in my bones. And that's, nobody else's fault but my own. So I'm planning on just being healthier all around this year. You guys have any like specific New Year's things? I don't call them goals this year. I'm calling them intentions, because normally like this is when people have their fitness things, which I do not like the gym after New Year's. Like the week after New Year's, it's so packed. I almost want to try and avoid it until the end of January. But I was like, I just needed a time mark to start, and I started before New Year's. And so then after December had passed, I went back into the gym in January, and yeah, sure enough, everyone's in there. So it's a small gym. It's totally different than a Canadian one. And I don't know, it's not as, people aren't as into it. It's more of like a social hub, which is a thing I don't like at a gym. I like to do my workout. I'm there for my time, and I don't want to socialize. I socialize the rest of my life. So I mean, I don't wear headphones or earbuds or any of that stuff too. So it seems like I might be approachable, but I'm not when I'm in the gym. The other day I was working at Walmart, and a guy came up to me and said, "But what's your real job? Like, what do you actually do?" And I was like, "This is my real job. I'm here for 40 hours a week." I was like, "Also, when I clock out, I have kids, that's also a job." And he's like, "No, but what do you really do?" And I was like, "I told you." And then he's like, "No, you got to do some of the like movie stuff or something." I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a YouTube." And then so he said he was gonna go look up my channel, but I didn't know. He was like, "Yeah, you should do something like that." I was like, "I do." It's so funny how people like say that, but then they have no idea how hard it is to grow. I mean, I've been grinding on here for I don't know how many years. I've taken 2 breaks, not this one. This was like a little one, but no, I've actually taken 1 break then. But that was because I was advised to. But I did it to see if he was right. And no. No. From now on, I'm calling the shots. A friendly person like yourself. Who knew? Oh, yeah. Well, I am generally approachable everywhere. Go on, Bunny, you go first. But that's just the one spot that I want my space. And I don't like working out with music. I know like some people like it pumps them up. For me, it's distracting, so. I have my thoughts to pump me up, of like things that are going on in my life. I just think on one of those things and yeah, I can keep going and going. But I definitely am I haven't worked out for like 6 months, I guess, like seriously. Maybe even 7, because I think I stopped like when we were packing everything up in Canada. So I have noticed my muscles are weaker. I can't just lift where I left off. I have to start basically over again. Let me see if I can turn this off. No. I'm in town now, but so maybe these videos are going to be like 20 something long. I guess I have a little time to sit and talk in the parking lot, but and then when I get in the parking lot, I can actually look at the comments. Is there a way to like type in like me, write something in the comments? Because the one day I did the silent video, everyone's like, "What's up? Why are we here? Why is she not talking? What's she in rehab?" or something like that. I wanted to like write something in and say, "Sorry, I'm on my lunch break, blah blah blah. This is a silent vlog, read the title." But I couldn't figure out how to do it, so. Tammy, are you still here? Oh yeah, I see you are. Woohoo! Hang on a couple more minutes, then I can actually talk to your face. It feels like it's face to face when I actually am like reading your guys' comments. There's a guy I work with at Walmart who reminds me of Michael, MLM. I even told him yesterday that he did. He reminded me of my YouTube friend. That I imagine who would be like them in person, and then that's him. His name's Darren. So I was like, you should do because he has like that voice for like radio or something. I was like, you should do radio. He's like, no. I was like, you should do television. No. You should be a broadcaster. No. You should do YouTube. No. You should do TikTok. No. But it was funny. I'm kind of the Walmart pest. Like, I go around and if everyone's a little grumpy or having a hard day or whatever, I go around and pester them until they smile or laugh, you know? I was like, I know, annoy you. I know you don't want me over here because I'm so happy in the morning, but here I am. I can't help it. Like I said, I was like, I want to be at a certain side in the morning because I want to greet every single coworker because I feel like it affects the day. If I'm there like, hi, good morning, how are you? Smiling first thing in the morning. But I've maintained, like I've gotten to the point with some of them, you know, like where it's a deeper friendship where it's not just a hi, how are you? Where I can actually say like, hey, I'm going through this. This is a bad day for me. Like that honesty thing that I was talking about, because that's important. Because a lot of like, I can keep smiling through anything, but eventually that feels like superficial if I am actually going through something or having a bad day. So just because I have a good attitude about it doesn't mean that I'm not struggling. So when I get to the point in a friendship when I can, you know, be honest with someone and say, hey, this is what I'm actually going through, that feels good to me. Because yes, I like to keep it light and fun, but I also like to have those deep conversations about what's actually up. And that's kind of the thing, like with online, like a lot of you are really close personal friends now, I think, for me, for myself, from my side. And I would be open to telling you guys more stuff, you know, like on personal things, but online, like on a live stream where who knows who's popping up, like it takes me a while to trust people with information of what's going on in my life. So yeah, I'm not just gonna say, oh yeah, boom, this is what's going on a live stream. But to personal friends, yes, that's different. I know, because when I did a couple of live streams during my lunch break, sometimes Proud was in there and people were just like, hey, make me moderator, make, like, I think Tim Windsor was in that one too, and they're just like saying some comments that shouldn't be said just because a lot of people popped in. I was like, whoa, what is going on? It felt like spam emails or something, but it's kind of overwhelming how many people came in. All right, pulling into Molly. So funny that I work at Walmart and then Addie, my sister, works at a Walmart. She does the night shift. Except she's in Florida where it's always warm, and I'm in Maine where it's always cold. It's like you couldn't be more opposite. I'm a morning girl, she's the night girl. But she was just texting me from work like, oh, I'm about to go home in 2 hours. I'm like, oh, I'm about to start the day in an hour. So I like the night people here too. They sometimes like come in and hang out with me on their days off. And it always makes me think of my sister way over there working away. The other day, so all the lights in our parking lot died. I don't know when they're going to fix it. Apparently they have to put a work order in, especially on the employee side. So the other day, it was dark and I was, you know, I've seen and heard way too many creepy stories. So we always try to like get in as quick as possible into the door. And I got out of the driver's side and I saw when I pulled into the parking lot, there was a can in the parking lot, in my parking space. And so a guy's like, yo, you dropped something. And I was thinking, well, I didn't even get out of that door. But I was like, I shone my light on it. I was like, no, I didn't. It was there. And then I was like, I didn't recognize the voice, and it creeped me out. So I went as quick as I could to the doors. And then apparently I did a little investigation. I, asked a couple people. I was like, oh, this is the truck, so it's obviously a guy who works here. I don't know him. Does he know me? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so. He, never ever talks. And I was like, oh, okay, a few. So that's why I didn't recognize his voice. But I was like, it could have been anyone, like a creepy stranger or something. Oh, and I just wanted to get in as quick as possible. All right. Okay. You can type something in your chat if you have extra device. Okay, I do not have an extra live stream. Is self-explanatory. Off-grid winter is going fine. They're still taking trees down almost every day. Ash trees, fresh stuff to burn. We have enough firewood, dry firewood, stacked up too in the back, but we're not going to touch that until we need to. 20-minute drive isn't too bad. No, not at all. Vertical streaming features allow new viewers to check out live streams. That would have been scary. Yeah, so here I am, guys. I guess I have 3 minutes before I actually have to go in. Because, oh my gosh. Well, this feels so much better, more personal. The problem with yapping and driving is I didn't finish my coffee. And the other thing is, now when do I finish my audiobooks? I think I would get a copyright if I listened to audiobooks on the way to work. That's good. I remember saying before winter you thought I didn't have enough firewood. Well, we don't if we just use the dry stuff that we have in the back. But if he takes down a fresh tree every day. So Henry homeschools the kids in the morning, takes down a tree a day, and today I asked him to cook chicken for a future meal. But basically he doesn't get quite as stressed as I do staying home, because he does the thing that he has to do and then he's done, and then he sits around and hangs out. I'm the house is kind of a wreck that way, the stuff isn't getting done. Weston does dishes. Naya sweeps the floor occasionally, but I have to give it a once over. But everything else is scattered everywhere else, or the house. So I'm just I have to just deal with it, that we have a bunch of kids, the house is gonna be messy. I'm listening to Midnight Murder by, this is Agatha Christie. I've heard a lot about her from a YouTube channel I like, Darling Desi. She always says that she's a great author. So this is Fireside Tales from the Queen of Mystery. It's several different stories, skipping around. It's someone is telling stories of how they solve cases or how they didn't solve cases. I don't necessarily like that. I think I would like it better if they stuck to one story, because I was really involved in one story and then it was over. Boom, they solved it. I'm like, and then it was on to the next one. So, all right, guys, I guess I have to head in there, that store with bright lights. But it's been fun, and on the way home, which will be probably around 4 p.m. my time, because I hit the gym after work, then come check it out again, because I'll be back. Great audiobooks. Yes, I love audiobooks. They're my thing. Okay, guys, peace and love. I'm so glad I actually got to see you and, hug. Love. Stay safe. Have a great day. You guys have a great day too. Okay, see you. Bye.